everyone, and welcome to this broadcast of college basketball on 2K Sports. The action doesn't get much better than two of the most dynamic teams in college basketball going at it on the hardwood. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got the Kansas Jayhawks facing the Louisville Cardinals.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Kansas Jayhawks. Campbell, he's in at power forward. He's out there with Oubre, and it's Duncan in at the 2. Now, here's Sanders. Here's Harrell, buries the 7-footer.
And, guys, over the years, Louisville has had a reputation of being a high-flying offense. You know they'll play at a high tempo and create a lot of chances. It's just what has worked for the program for so long.
Here's Campbell after the basket by Montrezl Harrell. Oubre with it. Campbell inside from 11 feet away, and he gets the bucket. Well, Greg, you said it moments ago, Louisville, a team that... can get up and down the floor with great ease on both ends. They like to be Clark the aggressor in every situation.
Well, Kevin, you're right. They've always been able to recruit tremendous talent. Not only skilled, but athletic players, too. And it's hard to think of a Louisville team that doesn't get up and down quickly.
Puts up the baby hook. Nice touch on the bank shot. Freak's got his second basket of the game.
You know, you hear about the once-in-a-generation player, and Freak just might be that for his generation. Big men can be most impactful on the floor, and boy, does he change a game.
That is what's so great about Freak. Even when he isn't scoring, you can see his presence on the floor. That is what great big men do. You can see how special of a player this kid has a chance to become.
And Sanders kicks to Harrell. And he lays it straight in.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And so here's Kansas, trailing by 2. That's good. 6 points for Freak.
Textbook. Nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Here's Rozier. Kicks it to Sanders. Good up. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense.
And a wide open look for Freak. The basket is good. The assist from Gaines. 8 points for Freak. On the court right now for the Cardinals, White is out there with Harrell. Then there's Sanders, and it's Rozier in at the point guard position. Here's Rozier. He kicks it to Mack. Pass to Rozier. Sanders dishes to Harrell. Just 5 on the clock. Some nice passing by Louisville here. Oubre pulls it in.
Boy, some really big names have come out of the Kansas Jayhawks program into the NBA. A pair of first overall picks in their history. Believe it or not, Wilt Chamberlain wasn't one of them.
Shoots from 12. It's rebounded by Louisville. Here's White. It's stolen by Duncan. And here's the break. Here's Oubre. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Lee with the steal. Ripped away. Now the Cardinals moving it up. And it's sent back by Campbell. 1:49 left here in the first half. From down in the low post, it goes. Freak's got 10.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student athlete.
And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
And while there is a little bit of distance between the two teams, one big run could close the gap in a hurry.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. In order to hold on to this lead, they'll need to keep going to Freak to get things working for them offensively. This play in the second half of this game, critical.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, Campbell in at the 4 spot. He's out there with Oubre, and it's Gaines in at the 5 down low.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
Puts up the baby hook, and Freak with the nice bucket inside. Freak's got 12 points in the game. The Louisville Cardinals have had a real strong run lately in college hoops, Clark. Even after changing conferences a few years back, they continue to shine.
You know, and nobody knew, Kevin, just how they would fare in the new and stronger conference, but it's been winning as usual for the Cardinals.
There's the pass to Rozier. And Sanders kicks to Mack. Passes it to Rozier. No good with the triple.
And one thing that Louisville has is a very good track record of always remaining in the title picture. More often than not, they are considered to have as good a shot as any of winning the tournament. They are truly a college hoops powerhouse.
Campbell, it falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
And Sanders kicks to Mack. Feeds to Sanders. Harrell the pass to Rozier. Sanders dishes to Harrell. Here's White. Here's the 3. Can't get it to go.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass. And Louisville does it with team basketball. I mean, they have their share of players that went on to the NBA. Gorgie Zhang and Earl Clark come to mind recently. But overall, this is a program that relies on the sum of the whole being greater than the individual parts.
And stolen by Harrell. Here's Rozier. Finished off the break.
You know, no time wasted getting that ball up the floor for the uncontested finish.
Group substitution here for Kansas. And here's Duncan. They've got Jones. Price is out there with Payton, and it's Odom in at shooting guard. Here's Campbell, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Just absolute domination in this one for Free. He's got 16 points and a block. This is some performance we're witnessing out of him.
My man, a night to remember. No doubt about it.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Jayhawks?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
Both teams deciding to change it up. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Guys, it's been their weakness to this point in the game, but they're still alive.
And Mack kicks to Peyton. Got a piece of it.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Jayhawks.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
No, they didn't. They found their way inside effectively all game long. Penetration always produces results.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Free. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where their basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And it's a completely new group for the Cardinals. Hi, everyone. We've got a great night of college basketball hoops in store for you tonight. It's a big matchup and some big-time energy in this building, and we're glad to have you with us. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It's the Michigan Wolverines taking on the Kansas Jayhawks.
There is no feeling like a packed house on a college campus. You can just feel the electricity in the air as two major colleges go head-to-head on the hardwood.
And even though this game isn't a must-have game, it feels like a tournament game, a one-and-done type situation. Both of these programs know that a win here could be huge for them as they get ready to make a run in March.
On the court for Michigan, Smith is out there with Ellis. Then there's Flash, then it's Jones, and it's Crawford at the 2. Well, for a long time, Michigan has been a big power in men's basketball. Really, in all sports, the school has a very strong program.
No doubt, the Wolverines love their sports. Easy to cheer for the basketball program with all the success they've had over the years.
Puts up the baby hook. Campbell's shot's good.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Now here's Lee. Oubre kicks to Freak. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Crawford outside. Pass to Flash. Smith with a screen on Lee. Here's Flash. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Campbell against Ellis. Releases. And again, another basket there from Campbell. Freak's got his third basket of the night right there.
And Freak has really come out blazing here in the first half. Absolutely imposing his will on the opponent.
And, Greg, that's what great college players do. I mean, they control the game and really make the opposing defenses adjust to them.
Unloads from 13. Crawford with the rebound. Here's Flash. He kicks to Crawford. Screened by Ellis. Rebounded by the Jayhawks.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Campbell, and he uses the glass on the layup. Freak's got 8 points.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Campbell, he's in at the 4 spot. He's out there with Oubre, and it's Duncan in at the 2. A platoon swap here for Kansas. Williams against Steve. So Michigan's up going.